Hey everyone, welcome to Yoga with Maria. I'm Maria and today we're practicing yoga for weight loss. So this practice will be a little bit more vigorous and focused on strength, but it certainly won't be manic. So grab your mat, get 2 blocks for this practice, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and let's get started. All right, yogis, today we're gonna start on our back. So go ahead and lay down. Make sure you have 2 blocks. Let the soles of the feet come to the mat. Let the eyes close. Bring the hands to your low belly and begin to just tune into the breath. Right away, letting yourself settle in. Feel the ground underneath the back. Yoga for weight loss today. Just taking a moment here to appreciate your body. Knowing that tuning into this video, tuning into this practice is a way that we can care for ourselves, a way that we can care for our bodies, and make this about an act of love rather than punishment or feeling like you need to beat up your body, right? So just giving yourself a second to get into the right mindset. Try to come to this out of love, out of care, rather than what I would call a place of scarcity, which is like, I won't be good enough if I don't lose this weight, or I'm only doing this because I've done something wrong, things like that. Coming to this with a mindset more in the area of I love myself and want to be healthy, and so I'm going to take consistent steps towards that decision. And a place of gratitude, of being thankful for all that our bodies do, all that they house. They house the real higher self, right? And it's an honor to take care of that. So then take the hands down to the mat, palms face down. Just let the knees rock side to side as a way to warm up and start to lubricate the hip joints back and forth. You might feel the core come online a little bit as well. You can keep the eyes closed for this, and if they're still closed here, you can open the eyes, bring the knees back to center. Knees come towards the chest, hands reach inside the knees and catch the ankles, the shins, or the outer feet for a happy baby pose. You can rock side to side here too. And then you'll just bring the feet to touch for a Baddha Konasana. Use the elbows to press the knees away. Just go move back and forth between these two. Happy baby, Baddha Konasana, feet touch, and then moving back and forth, taking this an average, kind of not too slow, not too fast. We want to start to pump blood through the legs. Definitely not super fast or anything like that. Not that kind of pumping, just a steady pumping. If we go too slow, we might not get the pumping that we want. Okay, good. And happy baby. Hug the knees into the chest for a moment here. Again, rock side to side. Take the hands behind the knees. Tuck the chin and lift the shoulders up off the mat. So you have a nice rounding in the spine. You'll be able to feel that. And then you'll start to rock forward and back. If this is painful for the spine or doesn't work for you, you can let the knees fall to one side. And we're just going to meet in hands and knees. If you're rolling, make your momentum to the top, roll over the feet, and find hands and knees. So hands stack underneath shoulders, hips stack over the knees. And then we're going to take some cat-cow. So let the belly drop down, chest reaches forward, look forward and up. Exhale, round the spine, press into the hands, let the head fall heavy. 2 more like this. Breathe in, belly drops down, chest lifts, look up. Exhale, round the spine, head falls heavy. And belly drops, chest reaches forward, cow pose. Exhale for cat. Let the head fall heavy, back of the neck is long. Come back to neutral. Take the hands, one handprint forward, tuck the toes, and find downward facing dog. Hips lift up and back, pedal out the feet. a few times. Shake the head no. And then find a little stillness in the legs and roll yourself forward to a plank pose. So the shoulders stack over the wrist, the top of a push-up here. And then lower the knees and lower the belly all the way to the mat. Untuck the toes, lift the head and the chest just a little bit. A baby cobra. Elbows pull back. Look a little bit forward, but you're not cranking the chin all the way up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, forehead comes back to the mat. Press to hands and knees, and then find downward facing dog. We're going to move through that 2 more times. Roll forward to plank on the inhale. Exhale, lower the knees or keep the knees lifted and lower all the way to the belly. Elbows bend straight back. Untuck the toes. Lift the head and the chest. Baby cobra or little cobra. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Press to hands and knees and find downward facing dog. Last time like this, breathe and roll forward to plank pose. Breathe out, lower the knees or just lower all the way to the belly. Untuck the toes, lift the head and the chest for cobra. Elbows pull back. Head and chest lift. Make sure you're using both sides of the back equally here. I like to sway side to side on my belly a little bit to make sure. And then forehead comes to the mat. Hands and knees and downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal out the feet a few more times. Head falls all the way heavy. Find some stillness in the feet and the legs and begin to walk the hands back towards the back of the mat. Good. Heel toe the feet together, bend the knees, and reach the arms to the side and up for chair pose. So your inner legs squeeze together. Sit the hips low, arms reach up, look forward, breathe in. Breathe out, circle the wrist one way. Keep breathing, and then circle the wrist the other way, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more cycle of breath here. Keep sitting the hips low, breathing in. Breathing out. Hands come to the mat, fold over the legs. And then look forward, walk the hands forward. We're going to get the heart rate up. Come to a plank pose, top of a push-up. And then the right knee comes to the left elbow across the body and take the toe back. And then we're going to take the left knee across the body. So you're breathing in plank, breathing out right knee. Inhale, plank. Exhale, left knee. Inhale, plank. Exhale, right knee. Inhale, plank. Exhale, left. Inhale, plank. Exhale, right. Inhale, plank. Exhale, left. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Once again, pedal out the feet. Okay, this time breathe in, lift your right leg up. Breathe out, take your knee across the body to your left arm. Inhale, down dog split, right leg lifts up. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. If you make it halfway, this right hand can bring the foot up here. Yeah, and then breathe in, straighten your right leg. If the hands can't reach the floor, this is where you bring blocks underneath the hands. Exhale, bend the knee and find a low lunge. 2 more like this. Breathe in, straighten the leg any amount. Exhale, bend the knee, look forward. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend the knee. Breathe in, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend the knee. This time, everyone take a block and put it outside the right foot on the second setting, right hand to the block. Spin your back heel down. And then breathe in, straighten your right leg. Breathe out, peel your left arm up towards the ceiling. Try to find more length in this left side of the body. Triangle pose. Good, keep pressing down through your bottom hand. Keep reaching up through the top hand. Keep reaching the chest forward without letting the front ribs pop out. So your back ribs lift up towards the head. Yeah, and then turn the torso up towards the ceiling. Maybe the gaze goes up. No strain in the neck here. Make sure that the legs are turned on and you're really powering through the legs. Good, and then left hand comes down. Bend your right knee as you come. Move the block to the front of the mat. Right hand comes down. Back heel floats up. Inhale, down dog split. Exhale, bend the knee and just open the hip for a moment. Straighten out the leg and then step the foot back forward between the hands. This time, plant your left hand down. Left or right arm reaches up. Twist to the right. Let the head or the gaze go up towards the thumb. Good, and then hand comes down, step to plank pose, breathe in, look forward, breathe out, lower all the way to the belly, untuck the toes, lift the head and the chest. Exhale, forehead to the mat, and make your way to downward facing dog. Breathe in, lift your left leg. Breathe out, take the knee across the body to the right arm. Inhale, down dog split. Exhale, step the foot forward between the hands. Again, if the hands don't reach the floor, take the hands to blocks. And then inhale, straighten your left leg any amount. Exhale, bend the knee, look forward. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend the knee, look forward. Low lunge, and then breathe in, straighten the leg any amount. Exhale, bend the knee, low lunge. Take a block on the medium setting. Put it outside this right foot, or the left foot. Left hand presses into the block. Spin your back heel down. Make sure you keep this nice wide stance, and then straighten through your left leg as much as you can. The block should help, and if you can't straighten the leg, take the block to the highest setting. On your exhale, right arm reaches up. Press into both feet. Legs are engaged. Turn the chest up to the ceiling. Look up. Press down through the right arm. As you lift through the right arm, more space on the left side of the body. Knit the front ribs together so your back ribs lift up towards the head, and then turn the sternum up towards the ceiling. Good, and then right hand comes down, soften your front knee, back heel flips up. Inhale, down dog split, left leg sweeps up and back. Breathe out, bend the knee, open the hip. And then straighten the leg, take the knee towards the nose, and step the foot forward between the hands. Right hand presses down, left arm reaches up, low lunge twist. Let the gaze follow the left thumb. Unless you have strain in the neck, then take the gaze down or to the side. Find length in that right side of the neck here. And then take the hand down, step to plank pose, look forward. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Untuck the toes, lift the head and the chest, elbows pull back. Exhale, forehead to the mat, and find downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, take the knee across the body to the left arm. Inhale, down dog split. Exhale, step the foot forward between the hands, back heel spins down. This time, press into the feet, lift all the way up for warrior two. Bend into this front knee. Make sure the left knee's tracking over the left toes. Hands reach in opposite directions. Low belly pulls slightly in here. Look forward over the front fingertips. Breathing. Soften the face, soften the jaw. Stay with this. If your stance is a little bit less or more narrow than this, that's fine too. It's just staying up on the legs, building a little bit of heat here. Good, and then straighten your right leg. Right arm reaches up, look up. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat. Breathe in, down dog split. Right leg sweeps up and back. Breathe out, bend the knee, open the hip. And then straighten out the leg and step the foot back forward between the hands. This time your back knee taps down underneath the hip. Breathe in, reach the arms up. Breathe out, hands come to the heart or heart center, and we're going to revolve over to the right. So this left elbow is going to hook outside your right knee. Do a closed twist here to help us build some more heat. Press the hands together as you turn the torso to the right. Once again, the gaze can go up towards the ceiling. If there's strain in the neck or you feel like you're shortening this left side of the neck a lot, just look to the side. Stay with your breath. Inner thighs pull towards the midline to help us balance here. Unwind and take the hands back to the mat. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step back to plank pose, breathe in. Breathe out, lower all the way to the belly. Untuck the toes. Lift the head and the chest for cobra. Exhale, forward to the mat and find downward facing dog. Breathe in, left leg lifts. Breathe out, take the knee to the right tricep. Inhale, down dog split. Exhale, take the knee to the nose and step the foot between the hands. Back heel spins down. Cartwheel the arms all the way up to warrior two. Find that nice wide stance. Sink this left hip down, reach the arms in opposite directions. So we obviously have weight on the legs and the legs are working, but work the arms too. Really engage the muscles of the arms as you reach them in opposite directions. Low belly pulls slightly in. Keep bending through the front knee. Left knee tracks over the left toes. Press down through the outer edge of your back foot. And then straighten your right leg or your left leg. Left arm reaches up. Breathe in, reverse triangle. Breathe out, cartwheel the hands back to the mat. Back heel flips up. Inhale, down dog split. Left leg sweeps up and back. Breathe out, bend the knee, open the hip. And then straighten out the leg and step the foot forward between the hands. This time your right knee taps down underneath the right hip. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, pull the hands through your center. Make the hands press in a prayer and then revolve to your left. Right elbow hooks outside the left knee. Press into the hands so that you can turn yourself to the left. Gaze goes up towards the ceiling if it's available. Keep that right side of the neck long. Maybe you just look to the side. Breathing in. Breathing out. Noticing that this twist creates a little bit more heat. Breathing in. Inner thighs pull towards the midline. Breathing out. Unwind. Hands come down to frame the left foot. Tuck your right toe. Lift your right knee and step to plank pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower all the way to the belly. Inhale, lift the head, the chest, and the feet this time. Elbows pull back just like they've been, and then float the hands if it's available. Maybe you just tent the hands and the fingertips are down. You can take this in levels. Breathing in, breathing out. Stay with it if you can. Inhale, try to keep the sides and the back of the neck long. And then lower everything to the mat. Take the arms long by the sides, palms face up. And then breathe in, lift the head, the chest, the feet. Keep the hands down for now for Shalabhasana. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then flip the palms so the palms face down. Notice how that can lift the shoulders and externally rotate the upper arm bones. Breathing in. Breathing out and lower to the mat. Good. Bring the forearms forward. Underneath you, coming through a Sphinx pose. We'll tuck the toes and lift the hips up for forearm plank. A little bit more work here. Press down into the forearms. Make sure that they're parallel. Elbows are right underneath shoulders. Belly button comes towards the spine. Really tuck the toes behind you so the legs are nice and long. The hips aren't too high and they're not also sinking down towards the floor. If you need to put the knees down, you can. Look forward past the fingertips. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more here. Breathing in. And lower the belly to the mat. Untuck the toes. Keep the legs squeezing together so there's a little bit of activation still happening. Press down through the forearms and the hands and lift the chest for Sphinx pose. And lower the forehead to the mat. Make a little pillow with the hands. Forehead comes to the hands and just let the feet splay out. Wiggle the waist or the hips side to side. And then we're going to roll onto our backs. Right away, bend the knees and bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Take the arms long by the sides. Pull the heels in towards the seat. Palms face down for this. Feet are about hips width distance apart. So if you make the arms long and make blades with the hands, you should feel the outer edges of your heels lined up with the outer edges of your hips, and then plant the palms down. Press into the feet. Lift the hips up for bridge pose. Interlace the hands underneath you if it's available and tuck each shoulder underneath your body. Press down through the forearms and the hands. Keep lifting the hips. Firm more of the lower part of the butt here. Stay with this. Keep breathing. And slowly lower all the way to the mat. Heel toe the feet wide. Take the knees to knock in on one another. Take one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Close the eyes if that feels okay, or let the eyelids go heavy. come back to the mindset that we tried to cultivate at the beginning of this class of kindness and appreciation for our bodies. How can we have self-care and kindness and love for ourselves even as we take care of ourselves, even as we maybe are on a weight loss journey or just wanting to get movement in throughout the day, remembering that this isn't a punishment for something that we've done wrong. And keeping our minds more in that place of wanting to take care of ourselves, wanting to find healthy circulation, to find healthy breathing, to find clarity in our minds, to find good digestion, so that we can feel good too. Stay here for another few breaths, and then you can move into a Shavasana with the legs long, the arms long, palms facing up. Thanks for joining today, Yoga for Weight Loss. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Namaste, yogis. When it comes to weight loss, I think there's two main things to consider, and one is staying consistent. So come back to this video and rewatch and continue to practice. Also look for other videos on my channel labeled Power Yoga or Yoga for Weight Loss. And I think the other piece is letting yourself have time to recover and relax. And so I'm recommending today that you check out my Yoga for Relaxation video right here on my channel. Give it a watch and see how you feel.